This video is empowered by GreenManGaming.com. Get your games here for the fraction of the cost there. It's one of those kind of days. Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. I hope you're all doing quite well. No, it's not a beer. It's actually just a Diet Mountain Dew because apparently I'm on a diet when I'm drinking something a little bit less healthier than a normal consideration amounts of Mountain Dew. So, alright, took a little swig from that. We're going to go rolling into the main subject at hand. So, Final Fantasy VII, the web series, which is an unofficial fan project, was supposedly going to get a live-action treatment from the said fanatics of the said game of the series called Final Fantasy. However, this was taking off of Kickstarter after Square Enix launched an intellectual property dispute, according to the campaign's page. I'll post a DMCA notice, or at least the article slash said bit in the description, so that way you guys can pause the video if you wish and just sort of read it real quick, then jump back on board. But generally, this Kickstarter project was hosted by the said fans. They wanted to basically do a 5-part series of this and just pretty much retell the tale, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly all the details, because again, at the end of the day, I'm not heavy into Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I like the Final Fantasy series. I respect 7s for accomplishments and as well as that benchmark for most RPGs to date. But I just didn't personally get into that game particularly too much. I liked 9 a lot. I liked part 10. I liked 12. Heck, I even liked 13 a little bit. I mean, 13 is not nearly as good as 7, but someone's like, "But a landslide." But no, it was generally 13 was good, but again, 7 I would say is a fuck a lot better. So I can say that one thing about this entire story is I personally can see where Square Enix is coming from. Now, this is not me kissing Square Enix's butt cheeks here. This is just generally how it is. It's their intellectual property, as it said underlined. It's their baby, it's their project, it's theirs in general. I mean, they can tell people no as much as they please. I mean, it's just like me trying to start a project right now and asking for donations for like thousands of dollars and just saying, hey, I'm just going to make a project where I'm going to dress up like Squall and just like run around butt-ass naked in my yard, and just the only thing it knows particularly about my outfit is I have Squall's haircut, the gunblade, and as well as a lion on my junk. But that's generally it. I mean, it does not make me any correct. I mean, it must be some sort of sexual fetish for some person out there in the world if I dressed up like that. But again, it does not, I would say, make me any right to ask for any money towards the project. Now, again, I understand it has costs when producing this stuff, but if these people genuinely like the project that much, they would just do it on their own money and their own time. I mean, if it's a project, it's something they're producing themselves, what is the hurry? Produce it as your leisure, and it does not cost any fucking money to produce this web series. I know so many people out there can develop these things with no money. I mean, they just basically just throw it out there. Software, I understand all this stuff, the time, blah, 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 the places you need to, pay leases for and all that, fine, I guess so, but I don't, again, see why they need that much money in this first place if it's just going to be a 5-part series. But anyway, I digress. Square Enix apparently has some sort of interest towards the project, as the article somewhere said this, and they're going to generally help them with the project. And I guess it's not going to cost the group any money, I don't know, I'm not sure. But hey, whatever, right? So, Konami is asking fans if they want a Metal Gear Rising Regent sequel. Now, obviously, those who played the game and enjoyed it, yeah, I think that's a given. A lot of people that I talk to, especially my friend Adam here, he loves the fuck out of the game. Like, he just generally loves it. He has a passion for that game. He just generally loves the shit out of that thing. So, for him, it's definitely a yes. He's just going to be pointing his fingers up in the air and going, yes! 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 Just going bizzacko here for that. So, they generally did a poll. Now, this survey asked gamers about the title, how it was marketed, and why did they buy it or did not buy it. At the end, the survey asks only if players would buy a Vengeance sequel, but only figures they would like to see in the game, or features, they would like to see in the title. Some options include more stealth elements, longer game length, an online multiplayer, elements of humor, and mechanics other than fighting, among the other things. Check out the full online survey for more. So there's I'll try my best to recollect where the hell I found the art survey from. It's somewhere on Konami's conundrum of freaking crap everywhere. Like their website's nice looking, don't get me wrong, but Jesus Christ, I get lost sometimes in that place. So, but on the positive side, for PC gamers who are cringing and crinkling their nose right now at that name, they're upset, of course, obviously, because they want to have an entitled port of the game. It will be launched at some point in the future, later this year for the PC, so you can be able to play as Raiden and spin around and do absurdly, out of the context of physics, gameplay mechanics. But anyway, don't let Pro Jared find out about this game again coming out. He'll say that there's no counter system involved, even though there kind of is. Hi, Jared. Anyway, I wonder if there's any counter systems in Pokemon. I'm only kidding with him. So, yeah, this is, again, a good article. I mean, it's great that they're releasing the game to the PC, as well as the fact they're going to be releasing a sequel for the title. I mean, I heard a lot of positive things. I personally am getting a copy of it pretty soon. I wanted to get it for PS3, but, whenever they only had it for Xbox, I cringed my nose a little bit and said fuck it and got it for the Xbox. I mean, personally, I'm more... I'm collecting more from a PS3 than I am my 360 at the moment because I don't want to pay for gold. Heaven forbid someone wants to save $1 in this world. So, alright, moving on to the next topic is something for a lot of EverQuest fans. I know a lot of folks out there who originally played the first EverQuest game. I'm not talking about adventures, I'm not talking about these spin-off games, I'm talking about the core game that you have to type in hello to the fucking NPC to make the goddamn thing talk back to you. Most manual RPG I ever played in my life. Well, I'd seen this being in most adventure games of yesteryear, which of course that's what EverQuest technically was. It was an MMORPG adventure / expansive game. It was huge. It still is huge to this date, actually. It's not as predominant and as popular as World of Warcraft, but it's still a game that still makes in some bank towards SOE, which is Sony Online Entertainment's MMO market. So, what's next with this said series, you're asking? Well, that's just it. Pardon the pun. It is actually EverQuest Next. I watched some gameplay, some, benchmarks and other things that they're showing for the game, and it's going to have a ton of shit. I mean, it's just going to be this really open world style game, where I noticed something a lot with how Sony, or at least how EverQuest thinks. They take the elements that are from most popular predominant games and they incorporate it into their own. I mean, for example, how the adventure element got put into EverQuest was at the time very, very, very clever, but now people can't be fucking asked that you do that, typing in, hello, how are you? I mean, I'm not that technical when it comes to those type of games. I mean, when I was a kid, I played with these adventure games to help me learn, help me read, help me write. Absolutely fantastic tool right there to play. But, yeah, today I just can't do that shit. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm spoiled by the menu systems and all this stuff that allows me to click and highlight things and do all that. I mean, the necessity of easy access is what I'm looking at here. That's why World of Warcraft became super popular, because it's a more simple, easier version of EverQuest. That's why people were more catered to it or had a security blanket towards that game. But again, I will not get into that because we'll hear fanboys crying and screeching like harpies. So, and then I'll have to deliver and administer a can of Coca-Cola for an hour. So, okay, the game will, of course, have, it aims to be different. This is what they're trying to do with this game. They're trying to have multi-classing, sort of like Phantasy Star, Final Fantasy XI, and they're trying to, make it this very open-minded title. They're trying their best with this game. And it's supposed to have this landmark creation tool. A very intelligent AI, permanent change, so if something gets destroyed, I'm supposing that it stays like that forever. Like, there's going to be nothing that can bring it back unless you build it, I suppose. It's going to be destructible environments, so as I said before, there's going to be giant creatures you battle, and if you battle them across, terrain, they will literally knock down the terrain. They'll knock down trees around them, they'll knock down towers or mountains. It's just really, really pretty to look at too. I mean, it just looks gorgeous. I mean, when it comes to MMOs, I don't want something that's super high graphic-y or anything of that nature. I mean, I want something that will work. Because seeing how big these games are, you don't want them to be too pretty. I mean, Rift is very gorgeous. It is. World of Warcraft, if people have the right things going for it, it looks really nice. But at the same time, I don't want something that's too nice, because that's a big benchmark problem, especially if you have a decent computer. Nothing that's going to be too extravagant. I mean, I don't want a game look like Crisis if it ain't going to work right. So, especially with this engine, you're going to see, I would see a lot of hardware problems along the way. I mean, shit, Just Cause 2 has similar ideas, aspects to this, what Next is going to be doing. By the way, EverQuest Next is going to be a free-to-play game from Sony Online Entertainment. I sent myself an application for the beta, and let's see what happens there. I mean, if I get into it, obviously I can't talk about it. I'll be zip-lipped and all that crap, but hopefully I can get into it. I'm sort of excited to try out this game. It just seems very interesting, and I'm usually not a guy that gets too much into open-world games. I mean, there's a few I like, but that's really it. So, alright, I'm going to take a sip of my Coca-Cola and dive into my first impressions of this said show. So, alright, I've purchased some extra figurines for Skylanders. Now, Skylanders is more dedicated towards kids. I mean, this is a given. This was the core demographic. It's just like, however, it's just like how bronies are. People who like My Little Pony, and they're generally called bronies or bronettes or whatever the fuck they are. Or I don't even know anymore. I keep track of that at this point. But they have that demographic too, which are like grown ass men like these pony dolls, or these show. They just generally like the content that gets funny or something like that. I don't know. I don't collect these damn ponies. So, alright, I go along and I purchase a couple new characters, such as Cinder, which is, I'm assuming, like a electricity, it's a dark electricity dragon, Warven thingy. I don't even know what the hell her damn story is, honestly. But, they're really interesting things. I mean, there's something I can see can get out of hand if you buy too many of them, but I think they're a very nice collectible, at least. There's something great for adults if they're into games such as Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, and great for their kids because the content on the game is not over-violent, is nothing, it's going to cause these kids to be traumatized or nothing like that. Just simple, easy fun for kids to jump right into. And it's a very fun game. I mean, I'm actually enjoying it. I mean, prior to being a kids thing, you can go in there and do challenges and all that, and it's pretty cool. I'm really digging it. I'm at the moment playing with Crusher, which is this giant figurine. Now, they're not really giant, they're not really big figurines, if you're wondering that. They're just basically, about 5 inches, 4 inches tall, and they just fit nicely on the portal, which the portals are pretty big. I like the fact that while in mid-game you could take the figurine and swap it out for another one, so if you have a certain puzzle you need to do right in front of you, you can just pick up the toy, move it aside, put the other one you need on top of there, and keep on moving along. So, overall, I really generally like this game. I think that, it's nothing I'm going to buy millions and millions of figurines for, because I only need, one character that I actually like a piece of each element, and I'll be done. So, I give my approval. I mean, it's great, but it can be expensive. As I mentioned before, you need more figurines to do certain things in the game, and that can be dangerous, especially for credit cards of adults out there. But if you want to have a kid that has a hobby, and you yourself like video games, and your kid themselves like video games, definitely Skylanders is for them. I mean, it does have collectible cards as well, which I don't really give a fuck about. Pardon my French here if your kid's listening. I didn't say the F-bomb, I actually said frick. But anyway, generally so, you get these cards, which actually come with, these codes, which can be used for some online game. I never even bothered with that online game, which I think is browser-based or whatever. Never bothered with it. I don't really want to use the code. I'm going to leave it in this package as I received it, because, quite frankly, I'm not really into that crap. I mean, I'm not going to, waste the code and be pointless to me. So I'm just going to leave it where it is. It's look perfectly fine where it is. And I'm going to enjoy the game thoroughly, because I am digging it. It's really fun. Granted, though, it's just sometimes, too, where I had some issues with the portal. Now, this is not going to happen to everybody, and it won't happen to everybody. However, they have these issues where it will be out of sync, or the figurine with the port will be out of sync. So out of nowhere, you'll have the sync popping up on your screen saying the cannot see the toy, refer to your manual. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I have to go and lift up the toy, put it back down. It acts like it's going to read it, and then it gives me that issue again. So it made me have to go all the way back to the first bit of the map, or I'm sorry, the first fragment of the stage, and do it all over again. So it's just like, ugh. So yeah, I mean, it's only a couple problems I had with the title, but past that, it's a pretty solid game. It's pretty good. I'll show the figurine and what I picked up in the future, because I got some pickups recently. I'm going to show those and, you know, butt heads with the world, I suppose. So that's generally that. Also, I'm going to have a gameplay here, right here before you, of Vox, which is a game that's based off the similar engine to Cube World. But again, hope you're enjoying the gameplay of that, by the way, in the background. And yeah, or at least you enjoyed it, because this is the end of the said podcast. I'd like to thank everybody who's been listening in so far. This is the 10th episode of this series, which I wish to continue on and have like 50 gazillion other episodes of this series, and hopefully get more fans to listen in. So again, if you have buddies who like podcasts related to video games and they have a really crude sense of humor and all that, please be sure to try to do some word of mouth for me. Yeah, tongue-tied there, as the word of mouth leaves my syllables. If you guys could be please inclined to share me along with your buddies who enjoy these type of things, and you know, they make me quite happy, and it'll keep me going. Yay! So thank you guys for watching, and take care.